Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well. Let's see today's question. So today's question we are taking this up from the topic of statistics. And if I talk about the question which is given to us here from this topic, the question tells us that the outcome of each of 30 items was observed. So we have been given number of observations are 30, and further, the question tells us 10 items gave an outcome of half minus d each. So 10 items, the observations value is half minus d for each of them. For the next 10 outcomes, we have been given the outcome was half each, and for the remaining 10, we have been given the outcome was half plus d each. So we have been given the outcomes for this all 30 items, and further the question tells us if the variance of this outcome data is 4 over 3, then the question is asking us to find out the absolute value of mod of t. So we need to figure out this, and if I talk about the answer choices that are given to us here, it is 2 over 3, the second answer choice being root 5 over 2, the third being root 2, and the last answer choice given to us is 2. So we need to figure out which one of the answer choice is the correct answer for this entire question given to us. So let's figure out. If I try to solve this question further, I understand here that I need to just find the variance, and once I find the variance for all of these 30 outcomes, I can just equate it with 4 over 3. So let's understand the steps for finding the variance. So first step, we know we have to find the mean of all the observations that we have. Second step, we have to find the difference of those terms from the mean value. So I will find difference of each outcome from the mean value. Then the third step, once I find the difference, I have to square those differences. And the last outcome I have been given here is the fourth step, which tells us you again find the mean for all the squares that you have taken out. So that mean basically gives you the variance of the day. And further, if you would have been asked standard deviation, the fifth step becomes that you take the square root of that variance that gives you standard deviation. But since in this question we haven't been told anything about standard deviation, we just have been given variance, so we don't use this step. So we're just going to follow these four steps. So let's follow the first step and find the mean. So for mean, if I see I have to add mean formula is basically sum over number of observations. We already know the number of observations in this case, that is 30, and for some of the observations, I just need to add all of those 30 observations that we have. So if I add all of those 30 observations, we are going to add half minus d 10 times because each is having this outcome. So it basically makes it half minus d into 10 plus the next outcome. If you see, it's half. So half, it's present again 10 times. So half into 10. And the next, if I see, it is half plus d, that is also present 10 times. So you get half plus d into 10 as well. So that's your means sum. Now if I just add them all, I get this as, I can see I have 10 common from all of them. So if I take 10 common, you get half minus d plus half plus d over 30. So from here you get your zeros get cancelled, minus d and plus d gets cancelled. You have half plus half, which is 3 over 2 over 3. So this gets cancelled and you're just left with half. So that's your mean value that you have. Now once I have the mean value, I follow the second step and find the difference of each term from the mean value. So if I find out, I know my differences. If I have to find them out, for the first 10 terms, the outcome is same, that is half minus d. So if I do mean, that is half minus d, that gives me half minus half plus d. So that is d. So d, that is basically present 10 times. Next outcome we had was half was repeated 10 times again. So half minus half. that is 0. So that 0 is also repeating 10 times. The last outcome we had was half minus half plus d. So that gives me half minus d. So this again gets cancelled and you have minus d. That also gets repeated 10 times. So when I find the difference, I have d repeating 10 times, then 0 repeating 10 times, and then minus d repeating 10 times. The third step tells me to square those differences. So if I find the squares of all of them, the first being d repeating 10 times. So if I just take the square of that, it will have d square. So this d square, I will write this as 10 times. Then after that, you will have 0 squared 10 times again. So you will have 0, 0, 0, 0 like this 10 times again. And the last I will have here is minus d the whole square, which is also again d square. So you have d square also written 10 times. So these are your 30 squares that you find out for all those 30 terms. And now just if I do the fourth step, that says me that you just find the mean of these squares. So mean is basically sum of the squares over number of squares. Number of squares, we know it's 30. Sum of the squares, if I see d square getting added 10 times. So d square into 10. 0 getting added 10 times. 0 into 10. D square getting added again 10 times. So d square. That basically gives me d square into 10, so 10d square plus 0 plus 10d square over 30. That basically makes it 20d square over 30. And 0, 0 getting cancelled, you get 2d square over 3. And we know when I finish my fourth step, I get my variance. So variance I get from here, it is 2 over 3d square. Now, once I have the variance with me, I have been given the variance actually here in the question also, that it is 4 over 3. So if I do that, 4 over 3 is equals to 2 over 3 d square. 3 and 3 gets cancelled, you get 2 d square equals 4. That gives you d square is 2. Once I get d square as 2, I just get the value of d as plus minus root 2. Now, in the question, if you see, it's not asking me to find the value of d. It is asking me to find the absolute value of d. So if I just do that and find the absolute value, we know absolute value of anything can never become negative. It is always positive. So it will become root 2. That is the magnitude of absolute value of d. So you get the answer as root 2. And if you see the answer choices that matches here with the question, it is option C. So C becomes the correct answer for the question given to us here. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions which deals with the concept of variance. So you just follow these 4 steps. Once you follow these 4 steps, you get the answer to the question as D turns out root 2, and that matches with option C. I hope you have understood how to solve this. I'll see you again tomorrow with some other question from some other topic, and we are going to continue our series of questions on JEE mains. So stay tuned for more videos to roll out. Also, if you are enjoying these videos that we are doing every day, please do like the videos as well and do subscribe to my channel and share these videos with your friends also who are involved in the preparation of the questions on JEE, so they can also take the benefit from these questions which we are solving on everyday basis. Thank you.